first of all, and this can be part of the intro, I don't give a shit at this point because this should be fucking... Okay?
Let's hear it.
But I'm hungover from Friday's wedding.
As we record on Sunday.
And as we should be, but I'm not hungover the way you think. Like, I'm not like, oh, my tummy hurt and my head
the nausea.
hurt, all that shit. No, my fucking back fat's sore from dancing my tits off, all right? And I'll explain why I danced my tits off. You'll fucking see it. So, let me round out.
Okay.
My favorite insult lately has been, you look like you're left-handed. It's not mean, but it's just like, that's an interesting thing to point out.
How dare you?
But if you think about it, all the lefties that you know, are they not just a certain way? They're a particular type of way.
Annoying.
Fucking bingo! That's what I've been saying. So I told Sarah... I told Throat Chop, if you will, sorry. I told her that insult. And so she and I kept going like, she said something after I said it. I didn't write it down. But then I thought about another one later. And so we begin. She said, I said, you look like you're allergic to everything. Or better yet, you look like you're allergic to gluten. She says, you look like you're polyamorous. You look like you don't put lotion on your kneecaps.
Oh, Ashney.
Not Ashley, but Ashney.
Ashney.
I said, you look like you haven't brushed your teeth today. She said, you look like the kid who ran everywhere in high school. You look like you've never known a woman's touch. I said, you smell like you play Yu-Gi-Oh.
That one's rough.
She said, you look like the smell of gingivitis.
Oh, no.
Wow, your teeth are very British. I said, did you grow up here? And then, of course, have you ever considered eat my ass?
Yes, of course.
So I asked her.
Oh, reliable.
I said, have you ever considered? And that's all I said. And she said, I bet you haven't. And I said, nope. And she said, that's pretty selfish. And I said, honestly, canon of you, though. Like, I'm not surprised.
Checks out.
She said, that checks. She said, you look like babies cry when you hold them.
Oh, no.
I said, you look like dogs don't let you pet them. She said, you do, however, look like your house smells like you have 17 cats.
You look like people close the blinds when you knock on the door.
There's a lot of, yes, that. So, and then it picks up because you're like, oh my God, there's so many you think of. Like when one says something like, these are rapid fire. They're within seconds of each other. Mm-hmm. So I said, you look like you share your bed with your dog and you sleep at the foot of the bed. You look like you look like I'd stand you up and ghost you in a relationship with the person. You look like I'd swipe left.
You look like I need a drink.
Yes. I think one of those is in there. She said, I did swipe left. Why are you here? You look like you'd enjoy drinking hot dog water.
Nice.
I said, you look like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. She's a very sweet one. I think, like, honey, you having a bad day today? You look like you hide under people's desks. Okay. That one. We actually have a coworker that did that. And
so there's an office troll?
Yes. Literally.
Troll in the dungeon.
All of us, like, we were like, what the fuck is she doing? And God, I hope she doesn't fucking hear this because she can go ahead and report it to HR because, honey. Anyway. You look like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I already said that. She said, you look like your medication ran out a while ago.
Very nice.
You look like you type with just your 2-pointer fingers.
Oh, no.
You look like you hold your phone at arm's distance and ask, who's in that video? AKA a boomer. You look like you're from here, but I still want you deported. Ouch. I didn't say that, by the way.
You squint at your phone.
You look like you ask where your glasses are at. You look like you have a hard time reading, she said. You look like I want to fight you. And then she said, you look like, with a little gif. I told her I'm sharing all these on the podcast, and
Very
she said
nice.
yes. You look like you sit on public toilets without the seat cover.
Okay.
Love Priyanka. That was Priyanka's edition. And then you look like you're constantly fighting the urge not to shart.
Very
Also
nice.
Priyanka.
Mm-hmm.
You look like living in your mom's basement would be an upgrade. Oof. That's a big one. You look like I'd find a bunch of boogers under your desk.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you've used the same towel for 6 months. You look like you wear Velcro sandals with socks.
Hey.
That sounds like some haterade.
We're crossing the line now. No Velcro slander.
We will not accept. You look like your breath wilts flowers. You look like if Thursday was a person, and she put in parentheses derogatory, as if I didn't understand that was what. You look
Just
like
so you know you're being insulted. Just in case you didn't catch that. I'm insulting you.
this fucking screw, dude. Oh my god. You look like Mondays. You look like long division. So now I'm just gonna read them because it's
look
too
like
hard
August.
to. The fucking worst month of the fucking year, and you can't fucking fight me on that. You look like you'd lose a fight against a kid, a 7-year-old kid. This one, I think, it's a good one.
too.
I've heard it before, but you look like you got bit by a zombie, but you're trying to keep it on the down low. You look like your mom's your dad. You look like your body is like a Coke bottle, and then in parentheses, 3 liter. So the really, really wide big one, and then the little tiny head. And I said, hey, that's me. You look like you've never won anything ever in your life.
Not even a participation trophy.
You look like you say, oh, goody a lot.
Oh, no.
Also, Priyanka, you look like you unironically say super. You look like I need a shower. Super. Scott says that shit all the time, so I was just like, I have to. You look like I need to wash my hands after I shake yours. You look like you still type RAR XD and coned.
Was it less than 3?
Yes. And then when you're heartbroken, it's a less than sign and a slash and a 3.
My God.
You look like you react to your own texts. You look like you still wear I Heart Boobies bracelets.
Oh, no.
That's also a
Was it the
Priyanka.
Livestrong bracelet?
What would Jesus do? Yeah. You look like you couldn't name a single brand of soap. What? Oh my God. Priyanka shared something with me. I sent it to her, and then she said, I'm dead. And I was like, literally, I saw stars laughing at that one. She said, you look like you see stars when you laugh. Bitch. You look like champagne. Champagne? God. You
that
look
a
like
stripper?
shampoo.
I don't know. Who's Champagne? Never heard of her.
Dibs. You look like shampoo's an abstract concept. You look like you've never touched a $20 bill. You look like you smell like pennies. I'm not even on my period.
Straight copper.
You look like your tongue's dirty. You look like you have thrush. She put in parentheses, same but different. You look like you never returned your library books. You look like I can't trust you behind a cash register. You look like if you hyperventilated, your breath would clear the room. You look like you smoke American spirits. And then I put in parentheses or any cigarette
Virginia
brand.
Slims.
You look like your mom smoked. You smell like you ate some roast beef, some chicken, a pizza. You look like your mom drank. You look like you used your fingers to count. You look like I'm tired of talking to you already. You look like I need to turn around and walk away. You look like
slight tangent.
Yeah.
You're talking about no. That was another one. But it was like, it's insane how people still like the fingers to count.
Yeah.
How people still do the left and right. Like people legit.
Yes!
I don't understand and I cannot
Yes!
comprehend how difficult it is to know when you're left and you're right. Like there's legit people who have to be like, hold on, left.
I was going to say,
left.
I do have to. I have to explain and defend my husband.
Are you directionally challenged?
I am not myself.
Oh, gotcha.
But my husband has dyslexia, so he literally has to be like, this one. And I'm like, baby. The other day, a fight happened because he read the year on one of Vera's toys. He told me 2014. And I was like, oh, that's an old toy. It must be my nieces or nephews. It was 2024, bitch. Literally fucking cried all day. Anyway. Shit show. Yeah, you look like you use your fingers to count. You look like you send your food back when it arrives warm. You have the energy of a YouTuber apology video.
Oh, no.
You look like you've made an apology video. Ooh. You look like your favorite movie is Shrek, but that's a compliment, okay? And no, we're not turning around. We're still going back to insults. You look like you made an 11-minute ukulele apology song that doesn't actually apologize. You look like I need a nap. Are mirrors a touchy subject for you? I don't mean to offend, but they were right about you. Oh my God. You need about 3 more wake-up calls. Yikes. You look exactly how you make me feel. You look like you've... I'm taking credit for this one, okay? You look like you've gone to every Dave Matthews Band show ever.
Oh, no.
You look like you pressed snooze too many times today. You look like you live under a rock next to an Easter Island head, next to a pineapple, under the sea.
Okay.
You look like your brain has 0 ridges.
Smooth brain.
You look like you have room temperature IQ. No offense. So you look, but somehow, like, I think if you said that to somebody that actually was fucking just,
they wouldn't. They'd be like, okay,
and it's over their head anyway. They're all, thank you. How hot is it in here? They're all, actually, I'm kind of cold. Exactly. You look like you were born feet first. No offense. It's the ones that don't make any sense.
The biggest bird.
What does that mean?
Can't even be born right.
I don't get it. Oh my God. You look like you played jump rope with your umbilical cord. I smelled you before I saw you, dog. You know what would be really fun? Let's go brush our teeth. That was her. I bet you love country music. Put a finger down, bad breath edition. You look like there's nothing I can do to help you. I'm sorry, you're just like that. You look like you need a hug, but I'm not willing to give it to you. You look like you have a structured settlement and you need cash now. You look like you need to call JG Wentworth, and then she sent the gift. You look like not only a disappointment to your family, but a disappointment to all families surrounding you at all times within a 10-mile radius. Fucking burn. And then my response to that was just, sorry, I'll do better. Because I think it was the next day. And it wasn't like that was the first message I was reading from her, but I was just like, we were getting ready for the wedding at this point, so we're still going back and forth. She said, you look like you don't drink water. You look like you were homeschooled and you still somehow got bullied. You look like you cry through your waterproof mascara. And she sent the gif of Mulan. You look like you constantly make typos, which was a jab at me because I made a typo in the group chat previous to that message.
Unforgivable.
You look like autocorrect kept you from breaking up with someone. You look like autocorrect can't even figure out what you're trying to say. You look like you turn autocorrect off so you can try to blame typos on autocorrect.
Very nice.
Pick me shit. I didn't mean that to be in all caps. Oh.
Okay.
You look like I'd rather be blind. And then I put wasted, and you had to put the GTA wasted. You look like you could use a good earwax removal. I reacted to that, but I don't remember her saying it. You have the exact opposite energy of an ASMR video. What the fuck does that mean?
Low and slow. You
look like you fall asleep during movies. Remember the show Dirty Jobs? Being around you feels like that.
Where's Mike Rowe?
You know, he can still get it. Honestly.
I haven't seen him in a long time, so I don't know.
I don't fucking care. He can still get it.
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe, shut up.
What's up?
SO to Mike Rowe, no. I'm allowed a celebrity pass, so I'm cool. And if that's
Mike Rowe.
If it has to be him, yeah.
With everybody.
You know he got a big old painter.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, you kind of have to do all that shit. He did.
True. Yeah. He's got to be willing. You look like your parents roll their eyes when they see you're calling them.
Yeah, that's accurate.
You look like you don't understand not to look directly at the sun. You look like you stared at the sun too long. Yeah. You look like I don't want to make eye contact with you. You look like you look back on your text messages to reminisce. And she goes, I do. You'd win at poker because no one likes to look at you.
Oh, no.
You look like you make people feel uncomfortable. You look like you make me feel uncomfortable. You know what they say? You know how they say you have a face only a mother could love? Yours could.
She tried.
She did. That close. You look like you were the kid who just shoved crumpled paper into their backpack in school. I don't feel like that was you.
That was for sure. 100%. They're like, where's your homework? I'm like, hold on. Pull out whatever crumpled paper I gotta like.
Somehow there's receipts too.
Yeah,
You never bought anything.
Yeah, I
in your
gotta
life?
like flatten it out as much as I can.
Your whole arm.
It's just a blank piece of paper. It's the worksheet, just not filled out.
Blank. Here it is.
Yeah, here it is. I have it.
I feel like I need to apologize to your mom on your behalf. You look like you masturbate with the lights off. Oh, no. Fun fact. If there was a show about your life, it'd be banned in several countries and quite a few states. This one hurts my heart. Okay. You look like you've never once made a single person blush. And my response was, I truly haven't.
Same.
Go team. I was going to say I would clap your hand, but I would high five you, but my hands are clammy. So you look like you have clammy fucking hands all the time. You look like God didn't spend a little more time on you. Oh my God. Oh, but I did remind her that she did actually make me blush because you fed me the carrot in front of her. And she said, that was hot. And I was like, bitch. And she called me a prevert. That's fucking mean. I'm not even a prevert
Says the
about
one
it.
who watched.
Exactly. She's the one that said it was hot. Fucking God, dude. You look like stucco feels. You smell like a middle school gymnasium. I'd like to knit your mom a scarf, but they don't produce enough yarn for that to be possible. I think I also said when your mom steps outside, the streetlights come on. Your mom is so big.
God, your mama jokes had such a chokehold on childhood.
Dude.
It was
But how come I can only remember that one? That one.
It was a lot. I remember your mama's so fat. She wore a red shirt and walked around. Everyone was yelling, "Hey, Kool-Aid!"
Fucked up.
Your mom was so. What was it? Your mom was so fat. She thought the Super Bowl was breakfast or something. Like, I can't remember what.
Yes, that one was a good one.
For her cereal. Oh, I fucking butchered that one. But there was so many.
Dude, that's why I can't retell jokes. Right.
I was like, I have bad recall with jokes.
Absolutely.
Where it's like I can remember them, but I can't. They don't come to my mind.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can hear it in my mind, but I can't put it in words.
Exactly. Speaking of putting things in words, so I fucking had a little tiny mini crash out moment. Uh-oh. So Friday was the wedding, which we're all coworkers.
By the way, welcome to the Heckin' Podcast.
Oh yeah, what's up, guys? Love you. Thanks for joining. And so Friday was the wedding. We were getting ready, fucking running around like a chicken with no head.
Nice.
I'm telling Sarah, like, I'm about to crash out. I'm fucking God. So she sends me a you look like your eyes don't get along. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. I said, thank you. I needed that. I was just about to crash out. She said, no crashing out on Abby's wedding day. And I said, I'm trying my damnedest. And she said, you look like you'd crash out on your friend's wedding day. And I was like, fuck, you beat me to it, dude. You look like you tell people to calm down when they're crashing out. You look like you need to calm down. So that is the end of it.
Cool.
With that, though, because that means that we went to the wedding. Okay. So we get to have a friend who's going to do my hair. She's also part of the friend group, not part of the wedding party yet. She joined a little bit late. So she picks me up and we head over to the fucking venue. We were fucking super duper early, ready to go.
Nice.
Titties ready to be fucking slapped. All of it. And I look at, like, Abby got us, like, little, gifts, like, for being, part of the...
the party.
The wedding party and shit. And there's a hanger in the bag that she gave me. And I was like, it'd be a great thing to hang on this is my dress. Where is my dress? I left it at home. Good thing it wasn't a fucking out of town wedding, but I had like a whole fucking checklist and everything to like make sure to bring. And the dress was the first fucking thing on there. I had too much fucking shit going on. Anyway, obviously, it wasn't even my fucking wedding day and I was fucking so stressed. All of us have been stressed and she's just been graceful as fuck.
Nice.
Anyway, so I was like, I need to go back home. So the friend that's doing my hair, she's like, grab my car, go home, get your shit. I said, all right, go home, grab the fucking dress, and get to the light. Say, I need my fucking perfume. I forgot my perfume. I turned back around. I was basically still home. But it's so annoying because where we live, like, it's great, but it's still annoying because it's like, it's so close to the street because there's a walking path from the street and then it goes along the back of our house. I still gotta drive my fucking ass all the way through the entire fucking neighborhood to get to my house. So it's not like I can just park my fucking car, run to my gosh damn house, get my shit, run back to the car.
There's a whole process.
It's a whole goddamn thing. So anyway, Jesus, I probably would have ate shit anyway. So get back there, fucking ready to go. We get all cute. Hell yeah. We get all our fucking little bridesmaids and bride fucking like pictures and shit. Like the little like getting ready photos. Yeah. And those were so cute. We all looked we looked like dime pieces. Every one of us were beautiful. Including myself. I will say that I was feeling myself.
Nice. Good
You'll
deal.
see why. Because of the boobs. Anyway. You might not know this. But they exist. And I didn't realize this until I put this dress on. So hell fucking yeah.
All right.
So we like actually get to the point where we're doing the whole like wedding party and like bride pictures and shit like that. Cause we had a little bit of like waiting time. We ate a little bit, had some snackies, whatever. So 2:00, there's a drink in my hand. It's about 2:00, maybe 1:30. There's a drink in my hand. I didn't stop drinking until probably 10:30.
Cool.
10 o'clock or
As
so.
you should.
But what that meant was champagne. At least I stuck to champagne and vodka, though. Oh, no, I had a seltzer, too.
Oh, you're mixing.
And I'm pretty sure I had somebody's...
Well, champagne's a bad start.
I love champagne, dude. It is a terrible start.
It's good, wine. But it's awful.
I never... Yes. Oh, gosh. And it was just straight up fucking champagne. So we were toasting and then... Oh, and I had a buzz ball. Fuck's sake.
Nice.
I had the
You're all over the place.
Dude, it was a fucking shit show. No wonder. And I thought I was going to throw up. I was telling Scott, I was like, I was dancing and I was burping and I was like, I'm going to throw up tonight. I need to eat again.
Throw up on the dance floor.
Shit show. So yeah, we're like, we go through the whole thing. We're like getting ready to walk down the aisle, and my partner I'm walking down with, his name is Scott, and he's also Capricorn, like Scott, my husband. And he's like, we're waiting for the wedding coordinator to be like, okay, you guys can go. Like, you can start walking down and like wait for like the actual ceremony to begin. And he's like standing next to the champagne wall. So he's like, looks at me, looks at the champagne wall, grabs a fucking glass of champagne, and I was like, where's mine? And he gets me mine, fucking...
Just throw it back real quick.
Threw it back real quick. We look at the wedding coordinator, she's like, nice. You guys! And we're like, what the fuck?
Well, sure, you're making us wait.
Thank you. So, exactly. I'm like, there was time, right?
Yeah, right.
So, we get down there, we do the ting, fucking beautiful. I don't have my glasses on because I was like, at least
so you're flying blind.
Completely. Like, the guy's telling his fucking things. He's saying all this lovey shit. And I'm like, I think that's Scott. I'm going to make eye contact with him. He said he was blowing kissy faces at me. I couldn't fucking see shit. I was like, he goes, you wouldn't kiss me back.
It was the priest.
Is that one? The black blob right there. He's wearing all black. So, but like, I told Scott, I was like, you need to be Yesenia's date. And I told her, you need to be his date. Because, you know, I was going to be like in the party and stuff like that. Fucking, of course, they sent me a picture. Then they're like, oh, we're sitting with the family. I was like, shut the fuck up. No, you're not. They're like 2 rows behind him. I was like, you guys are dumb. So, like that, it was beautiful. It was great. And then as we were walking back, like, me and Scott were like, should we do it? Because he was like, hey, everyone else is going to go straight. Let's just veer left, because they were announcing that it was going to be cocktail hour. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
Let's jet out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Because by this time, I'm about half a bottle of champagne, a buzzball, some roast beef, some chicken, a pizza in. So I'm good.
Was the ceremony at the same place as the venue? So everything was like boom, boom, boom? Okay.
It was boom, boom.
That's awesome. I love when they do that.
Dude, it was perfect. And it was beautiful. Like, the venue was gorgeous. They had, for some reason, they decided to put enormous planters, like 4 enormous planters where the guests are supposed to be sat. And so you sit behind a tree or like on the sides of the trees. And we're like, what the fuck was that? Okay. So it looks beautiful, and they're like a landscaping company too, but still it was just like, that was not, I don't agree with that.
Weird.
Yeah. It was very strange, but it still looked beautiful. Like the planters had like
the aesthetic.
Yeah. It was gorgeous. So it didn't matter. Like that shit, like I think, and the bride had also been like, you know what? Is what it is. Can't change it. Like, what am I going to fucking do?
Just deal with it.
Yeah. And their cocktail hour was like his and hers drinks. They had a cranberry and vodka, and they had a Moscow Mule. Excuse me. And they had like White Claws and like Coors Light or whichever. And then they also had chips and salsa.
Ooh, okay.
And it was perfect. Like, it was just like a little
good little snack,
to hold you over, because then we had tacos.
And then you don't need nothing like over the top. You don't need some like artisanal bread and like this like this cheese from here. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want
no, it was chips and salsa. And it was still such a classy event.
That's cool.
But
I love that.
So the chips and salsa were perfect. Those fucking chips were so good. Maybe they just hit hella because like I was drunk as fuck at that point. So like, and then
even better.
Honestly.
It just makes everything taste good.
Dude, it was fucking great. So, we had a bunch of those drinks and all that stuff. And then about 6 o'clock, they start serving us. I'm like, I kind of came to, and I was like, oh, fuck, we're eating. Cool. Because about 5:30, 6, boop, lights were out.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
I got to eat. I stuffed as much rice as I could, and then the fucking music started dancing. I said, I'll see you guys later. So fucking ran over the dance floor, worked a little bit of the buzz off, and then I realized, as I was already drunk, I think there was an intention. I think I was going to get extra food to share with Scott, because he's rather shy. Like, he's not going to go back for seconds. Yeah. Like, even though they say however much you want, he's like, no, just serve me regular, whatever. But then he'll be like, I'm hungry. So I got I got my charger instead of my actual plate. And I asked them to serve me on the fucking charger. And I was apparently telling the story.
Fill her up, please.
Yes. I mean, mustard or ketchup. They fed me on there. They didn't give a fuck. All right, cool. But then I was retelling the story to like the table behind us, which are all of our coworkers and friends and stuff. And apparently I was very loud.
You loud?
Me.
What?
Yes.
Never.
And Scott was like, Roxanne, shut the fuck up. He was like, everybody got quiet because I like yelled, and I was like, I fucking used a charger. And they were like, oh my God. I was like, wow, that's embarrassing. Fucking talk to my coworker's wife for...
Go sit down about it.
Yeah, basically. And I was sitting the fuck down. He was like, shut the fuck up. I talked to my coworker's wife for a half hour. Couldn't tell you what we fucking talked about. Nice. Somebody tried to get me to eat something I didn't want to eat. And I was like, whatever, fuck you, and walked away. I remember that part. And then I had stopped this gentleman. I saw him like walking like to the bar. This was when it was cocktail hour. I saw him walking to the bar, and I was like, hey, are you here by yourself? And he was like, what? Yeah. And he points to the lady behind him, and she's fucking full swing like shit. This. Like, and he's like, she's my fiance. And I was like, well, wait, hold on.
She's seeing red.
Yeah. I was like, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm trying to be a wingman because I got 2 single Virgos over here. And what was so great about it is like later they saw me on the dance floor, and they were like, you're so much fun, Roxanne. Like, they were fucking dancing with me and shit. I remember that too.
Nice. Okay.
So Scott was like, you danced for so long. And I was like, that's why I got a fucking blister on my toe. My back fat hurts. My legs hurt. I don't know how many fucking squats I had to do for my legs to hurt this fucking much, but I must have been fucking squatting.
You were throwing it back.
I threw it back because her back fat hurts, legs hurt. My throat kind of hurts a little bit too. Yeah, because then
a lot of woos.
Many woos. And I remember going to the DJ and being like, "Can you play Bad Bunny for us?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Bad Bunny, what? Fuck. Never mind. You're doing great, sweetie."
Okay, bye.
You're doing great, sweaty. So I'm like, all right, I'm fucking tired. And then I said I'm tired, and I looked ahead and I saw Scott sitting just by himself, like on his phone, and I was like, oh, he's ready.
Yeah.
And then our friend Natalie was like, hey, I'm fucking ready. So we took her home, the one that lives down the street from here. Beautiful, beautiful. We went and got Jack in the Box.
Nice.
And then I woke up yesterday and there was a little fucking Jack in the Box ranch cup next to my nightstand.
It was just a little gift.
I was like, it was a good night.
It was a party favor.
So all that to say, from what I remember, the wedding was absolutely beautiful. Nice. And I'm very excited for Abby and Cameron and their fucking endeavors and shit.
Good deal.
They've been together a long fucking time. They're on their honeymoon as we speak.
Very nice.
Hopefully they're being very dirty and utilizing their...
you said they were going to spend a week in Amish country, right?
Basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're going to churn butter and...
milk things, goats.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm very excited for them.
Very fun-filled activities.
She's like, we're almost there. But like, good for you. So yeah, that was fucking my weekend, and that was I just needed to share the things that made me smile this week because it's been a stressful time being in this wedding that it's not mine, but it was still very stressful. It was just like we wanted it to be fucking perfect.
You just want it to be not, exactly. Yeah. I was like, and then plus that's kind of like the whole deal of the wedding party is it's the closest friends or family whose job is essentially to plan and make sure things go as smoothly as possible. Yeah. So like, I know I was kind of like that, like when, I was the best man for Mikey, and I didn't really do too much, to be honest, other than like planning and like doing some stuff with like in the background, texting the guys. Mm-hmm. But once we were at the venue, like for the weekend, that's like the rehearsal dinner, everything. So I was over here like, what do you need? How can I help? Like this and that. So we were kind of like moving around. So I was like, I didn't enjoy it as much, but it was fine. I knew that was like my thing to be there, kind of deal.
That was
so it was like, so
duty.
it was like, it was fine. Like you kind of go in with that understanding of, things got to happen. Like you're not going to be able to just be... You're not a guest. A guest. For sure. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, that's fine. Like, you're there to support and do your duty as well. So it's like, it's cool.
And she's always been...
It can be stressful.
Yeah, exactly. But that was our job, was trying to take the stress off of her. But I think she checked out as soon as I fucking forgot my dress. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. I should have just told her I had to take a shit.
But it's like, there's always... it's like on the day of, there's always stuff that happens. Yeah. So I won't go into it because I wasn't there, first of all. But there was a story with I had a cousin who got married about a year or two ago. And it was a destination wedding in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And they lost the groom's pants.
Fuck.
On the day of the wedding.
No.
So he had to wear a different outfit for pictures that they had, or a rehearsal dinner, I think that it was. Yeah. So he had to pretty much wear that again at the end of the day. And I was like, damn, that sucks because that's out of your hands. At that point, because they had sent it for dry cleaning as part of the hotel. And like I said, I wasn't there, so I can't really tell the full story, but the story goes essentially that they got lost the items, and so they were so it was
but
not
at least
a good
they
time.
had somewhere beautiful to spend.
But there's a story to tell. That's the thing, is yes, at the that's what I'm trying to get at. On the day of, I feel it's like, oh my God, all these things are happening, all these things are going on. But then as time goes on, you kind of look back at it as like, oh my God, what a shit show. You look at it with a different perspective, but it's always the day of is this can't happen.
And the day goes so fucking fast, and we when we got there, we were like, all right, it's game time. We're already here. And dude, there were so many things leading up to it. It's the bridal shower for us, and it's the bachelorette party and all that stuff. And the bachelorette party, that was so much fun, but I wasn't feeling good. So I was like, I feel like I need to redeem myself, and fucking it. Yeah. I think she really enjoyed it. He looked nervous a lot, but Scott was like, is he cool? And I was like, he should be, I think. He's probably just drunk, I bet. Yeah. So bless him. But yeah, now,
just nerves.
Yeah. Now Natalie and I are like, what day was the next thing? Because we've been planning for fucking all this time.
Who's next?
Yeah. So now it's going to be my birthday and
who's next? What's next?
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. But yeah. In the meantime, we'll be breaking.
Yeah. So just a little update. So we are on episode 13 right now. So we got 2 more episodes for you guys, and then we're going to be going on a little break. So we'll be on a break for 3 weeks, but we'll still have content for you guys. So we'll still be an episode every Tuesday. However, the episode will just be audio. It'll still be on YouTube and everything, but it'll just be like a visual. But it's going to be some of our older episodes, some of our like favorite older episodes. So we're going to be going through our, making our top 3s and putting those out there. So we'll be having those in the meantime, and then we'll come back with episode 16 for the rest of the season. So we'll be doing that just to kind of get a little bit of a break, kind of space things out, get some stuff in order, whatnot, and then just to kind of come back refreshed. So, so we got 2 more episodes before our break. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little heads up. And right before we go out, we got a little bit of time. We still need to get through the Spider-Man movie bucket from the movie Spider-Man. And so we still got some good bits to go in here. We got a little bit of time, so we'll go one each. Go ahead.
Hypotheticals. Here we go.
Hypotheticals.
You can choose anyone in the world to become friends with. Who would you choose?
Ooh.
That's so good.
That is a good one. I don't know. Like no one. It's like I have people that I feel like I would be like, cool with, but I don't know. Like it's always. I'm not a starstruck person. You know what I mean? Like I don't really get starstruck when I see celebrities, but there's people that I like. Right. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I don't see anyone that I'm like, oh my God, I'm a super fan.
Who's somebody that you would be like, I want to have a drink with them? I'd buy them a drink.
That's hard because I need to find another awkward person, because I feel like with like the cool guys and stuff is like, what do I even fucking say? Like what kind of conversation would we have? Like, I don't know. So it would have to be someone who's just like just as awkward as I am. So
do you pinch and roll, or what do you like to do? How do you scratch that itch? Well, mine is Post Malone.
First. Post Malone.
100%. I'd love to. I don't like Bud Light, but if he's sponsored by them, I'll drink all the Bud Light he's fucking got.
Very nice.
Because that fucking Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like,
that Super Bowl.
Dude. I'm like, that's exactly who I imagine them to be. Like, just chilling.
Like, that's their real persona right
bunch of porch beer drinking motherfuckers. And just ready to go. And all the memes that are coming with it, dude.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I would probably go with one of the Chris's. So
Pratt, Pine, or
Hemsworth.
Okay.
Maybe Evans.
I think you could fuck with Evans. I think you guys could get along pretty well.
He seems a little too cool for me, though. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Hemsworth can be goofy enough. Like realistically, I feel I'd go Hemsworth. I feel like he'd be the best.
Hemsworth would probably be great.
Would probably be a best time.
And his brothers.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah,
so I'd go.
I always love that his brother plays him.
Yeah, in the actual movies.
Yes,
yeah. When they do the plays.
That's so cute. And then you always forget about Matt Damon too. Like, what the fuck?
Man Damon.
Spooter.
All right, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Beep, beep, doo, doo. If you could go back and
Oh shit.
If you could go back in time and give your parents advice before you were born, what advice would you give them?
Bitch.
Only have 3 kids.
The last one, not worth it.
3's the good one.
It's perfect medium. But, okay. So without getting too dark on this, like, I've seen some TikToks. I'm going to get dark on it. Okay, never mind. I've seen some TikToks that are like, if you could have a conversation with your mom before you met her, like you're your age now and you go back and talk to her, what would you say? And the comment section is fucking heartbreaking. Oof. Like, it's a bunch of women saying like, don't have me because having kids didn't make you happy. Mm-hmm. Don't get married to my dad because it didn't make you fucking happy.
Yeah, but I mean, I can see that because there is like a lot of relationships that like, especially like in the older generations where they're married, but you could tell there's no love there. But since they're very traditional, they're not going to split. They're just going to live in misery until one of them croaks, and then
or they got pregnant and then they had to get married.
Exactly. Like there's different circumstances, but it's like,
but there was one like heartfelt response, like a comment, and it was like, all of these are really sad. I get it, but also remember that like, you were probably the only positive thing in your mom's life at one point. Like you could have been. Yeah. Could you have not been? Yeah, probably, maybe, sometimes. Yeah. But if I were to go back and tell my parents, is that what it is? The parents, like both of them.
Go back to talk to your parents, or one or the other. I guess I don't think it needs to be both. See, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to tell them other than be like, be supportive, be like patient, I guess.
Yeah. I think those are kinder ways of saying what I want to say.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep it very like vague, but it's like and things that everybody can like relate to though. Because I mean, I know we always have our angsty teen years and stuff like that, and it's like essentially of just being like, it's a phase, like they grow out of it.
Yeah, I think ultimately telling them like, give yourself some grace, like let yourself fucking heal from a lot of those things, because they did have like I try to see from their side like how many things they had to overcome to get to being our parents. And like, I mean, my parents got married when they were 20 and 19 and they got pregnant. Like they were like 5 months pregnant, but when they got married. So like there was that. And then like my mom lost her dad like 2 years prior and in a fucking crazy freak fucking accident. So it's like, obviously like, I don't think she had time to really mourn that. And then, you know, as like, I remember her coming home and telling us that like her brother died, like my uncle, like I was 5 and I remember it because it was just, you know, like a huge event.
Moment,
and then I remember my grandma getting like remarried and her being like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like there were things that obviously as their kids, they kept us from because it was just
too much.
It was too much. Yeah. It is too much to put on your kids. But at the same time, like you need to be good as parents. What Scott and I are figuring out is you guys as a couple need to be good, like not good, like perfect all the time. You need to be in a loving relationship and you need to understand that your kids are going to mirror everything that you do. And that's like, I think just having that cognizance now as an adult who's really had to like being millennial has been a blessing in that way where we have been like, oh shit, yeah, we have emotions and they're not dealt with. We need to learn how to deal with it because
a realization.
Because it takes a lot of introspection and wanting to change and wanting to be like just evolving.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I would say, I guess my answer would be that not to take complete or not to feel they have to take complete responsibility for the way things turn out. You know what I mean? Like, like the upbringing and stuff like that. Like, yes, they play a major part, but there's also outside influences. There's friends, there's teachers, there's X, Y, Z out there who kind of shape and mold you as well. So it's not all on you, you know, and then, you know, coming from, you know, they all had stuff going on. So they weren't always around to be like checking my homework and stuff like that. And it's like,
and there were 4 of you.
Yeah. And so it was like, so I got to get away with it, you know, but it's like, because I would just be like, yeah, I did my homework. And then like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
basically,
yeah. I was like, so that was my fault also for not holding myself responsible for stuff.
But you were a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid. I was like, but still, I was like, I feel like it's a lot of it's kind of like self as well. It's like, don't take it all on yourself kind of deal.
Yeah, I like that.
But
I'll remember that.
That's like as much as I can kind of get out of it. Because I feel like there was a lot of outside influence of like, to like where I got my sense of humor and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff came from outside places kind of deal that kind of made me who I am or who I feel I am kind of deal. Where it's not necessarily, oh, I'm this way because my mom never blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like it's it shouldn't be that.
No. Deal. Yeah. I mean, there's a time like, in your like early 20s where you can kind of have that as an excuse, but then you also have to take that and be like, okay.
Yes. So like people who are like peers who are still at their age, like let's say late 20s, early 30s, and they're like, oh, I never learned how to cook. My mom never showed me. Okay, well, learn.
Yeah.
It's like, don't use that as an excuse.
Right. It's not her fault
to
that
never
you
learn.
didn't know.
Yeah, I was like, take it upon yourself to learn how to do things.
Right.
My whole life growing up, I never did a load of laundry because my mom always did that.
Right.
Once I moved out, I had to learn because no one's going to wash that clothes for me. So, okay, hey, I spent 18 years never washing a load of laundry. Mm-hmm. And yet now it's time to do it, kind of deal, because you have to kind of, it's like,
and like, I feel like that
I feel
part
like parents
of
get too much of a bad rap for like not showing specific things where it's like, yeah, but
true, because you do have a lot of life going on. And
Yeah.
like my parents have told me that too. Like, I'm like, I didn't know if I can change a load of laundry.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're 15. I'm like, yeah, but how was I supposed to know? Like, who was going to teach me? And they were like, you should know. Who was supposed to tell me?
That's true. That's true.
At the same time, like you said, like you have to take it upon yourself to, try to learn.
And especially now in this era
Oh, yeah.
that where you have YouTube and you have Google and all these things.
Absolutely.
It's like, how do you wash clothes? Cool. Google it.
TikTok. How do I make whipped ricotta
Yeah.
to put under my carrots? Great recipes out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So stay on the fucking path of self-discovery too, like in general. I like those questions. Those were good.
Yeah, those were nice.
Those were very good ones.
Yeah. But with that being said, guys, we'll see you guys next week on the Heckin' Podcast.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hell yeah.
Hello. And now, there goes my shelf. Let me go and fix it. They fell. There goes Wade again.
Fucking Wade, dude.
Go rebuild because I can